Today we are building some robots. Hello guys, here is Emmanuel from DiceTuga, and today we are going to do an overview of Bot Factory, published by Eagle Gryphon Games and designed by João and Lacerda. As you know, in my overview videos, I'm not going to explain in detail the rules. There's plenty of videos that can do that better than me. I'm just going to explain like the flow of the game, an overview of the rules for you to understand if it's a game that you might like or not, and you have a faster idea if you want to have this game in your collection or not. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. All right. First of all, I want to apologize because I know that you guys don't see the full picture of the board, but after this green part here, there's not much for you to see, and here you see pretty much. So maybe I'll try to push a little bit like that. Okay, like that you can see the whole picture. I'll try to do a better setup next time, but yeah, you don't see the behind the scenes, but it's full of cables everywhere and it's quite messed up, but I want you guys to be able to see most of it. Bot Factory is a game where you are going to build robots, and the player that builds the most robots and gets more points at the end of the game wins the game. That's pretty straightforward. We have 4 different boards. They are all related. There is no way you can maximize your points without going on each one of them, and you will be pushed to go to each one of them by this person here, which is Sandra. Bot Factory is considered to be like the smaller brother of Kanban and EV. That's why Sandra is also here. She's also present in Kanban, from what I heard. I never played Kanban. And we have 4 different boards. One of them is the assembly board. If you look closer, it's actually assembly tables. So we are going to put the different pieces here and assemble the board. We have here the part production board, where you have this funny mechanism that you can rotate and collect the pieces through here. So this is also quite cool. And these are the pieces that you're going to be placing here. Then we have the project board, where you need to get projects, because without projects you're not going to be able to build your robots. And finally we have the finance board, where you are going to be able to affect not the price, but the points that you might get at the end of the game for a specific color robot. And you are also able to get contracts, so that if you fulfill, you get those extra points at the end of the game. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the goal of this video is to just do an overview quite fast so that we can jump in. I'm not going a lot into detail, at least I hope not. This is just a video for you to understand if this game is for you, the flow of the game, and if you'd be interested or not into playing it. This is not sponsored at all. João Quintela is a friend of mine, but this game I bought it myself, and it's just a game that I enjoyed quite a lot. You already saw content, or if you can go check, but this one hopefully it will be better. I have already made a video about how to play this game on Tabletopia, so you can check that out if you don't like, but this is not sponsored. Alright, so first things first, and you see different icons. This I will explain throughout the game on the different parts of the board. The only thing we need to know for now is that these are optional actions, so these are bonus actions. So when I place something here, I can do this action. We also have something called the executive action, which has an this one it doesn't have, which has an exclamation mark. It's something that you can also do. Okay, it's an action that you can also do in your turn if you place your worker in this board. And yeah, the first thing we'll have to do is to have Sandra needs to be here, and we are going to place our workers on the board wherever we want. So in order to place the workers, we are going to start with the first player. In this case is the yellow, because he only has 1 speech token, and we need to place them here on these little circles that we have on the board. For example, with my yellow player, I already have a yellow project and I have a yellow piece, so I do not really want to start by placing the piece on the assembly board. Doesn't interest me, but maybe I want to come here and see if there is a better piece, which there isn't. I would look maybe for a head, a yellow head, or for a yellow body, but I have not. So maybe what I want to do first is to get more contracts. Because even if I place the yellow piece here, as you can see, I cannot do any bonus. And the executive action here allows me to switch one piece from here to here. So I could pick one of these pieces and switch with one that I have, but I don't want to switch my yellow piece. So for now, this board is not of interest for me. So I really think I'm going to one of these spots. If I come to this one, I get one project. If I come to this one, I get 2 projects. Bear in mind that by the end of the game, if you have more projects and you didn't fulfill them, you lose points. So these are the icons that I will get points. I will get projects. All right, so maybe I'll do this. Only one. I'll do only one. Yes, I'll do only one. And this guy, the blue one, what is he going to do? He has a red head, but he's in the same situation as me. But he has 2 speech tokens, so this could be interesting. But I see that there is red legs here, so maybe I'm going here and I'll place mine here. All right, so we placed our workers in the board. Here, the blue meeple, what this icon means that he will get a speech token when it's time for him to do his action. So when it's my time, I'm going to turn my meeple sideways, and I'm going to collect a speech token, and then I can do 1 to 3 movements, which I will explain just after what is considered to be a movement. Here, I will be able to, I'll turn again my meeple sideways, and I'll collect one of these projects. If I collect this one, I get a speech token. If I collect this one, I can spend 1 speech token to place a piece on the assembling board. So you can kind of combo actions, which is very cool, which I love. And that's pretty much it. So let's do that. I'm going to put my blue meeple sideways. I get another speech token, which is kind of the coin of the game. And I can do 1 to 3 movements. So this is a movement, 1. I got the legs. And as you can see here, there's a bonus action that I can do. By spending 1 speech token, I can place 1 piece on the assembly board. Only if I take this piece, okay? I could not do this here or here, only in here. But does that interest me? If I would pay a speech token and place my legs here, I could spend another speech token and collect a piece from there. But as you can see, I have the heads of yellow and blue and the body of and the chest of green, but I don't have the only piece that I need to complete my my red bot, which is the chest. So for me, strategic speaking, it doesn't interest me for now to spend speech tokens to place the piece there. One thing that is important to know, if by doing a bonus action I place pieces here, I am not allowed to do executive actions. The executive actions are only allowed if I place my workers here. Also, you might notice that we have this here. So I had 1 to 3 movements, so I can put this on the 3 so that I don't forget about the movements that I made. So I was on 3, now I have 2 movements left, and like that you don't lose track. Because it's true that when you do those combos, you might lose track of how many movements you had. So we did 1. This is 2. Don't forget that you need to have the yellow lines need to be aligned. This is 2. Do I want to pick any of these? No. 2. But actually I'm going to take it just because for the next player that will come here, he will be forced to move to the next quarter of the wheel, and he will have to spend an extra movement. So I'm kind of ruining his playing. This one has yellow bots, so any of them can be. So I'll take this one, a green head, and that's it. I completed my 3 movements. Let's go to the yellow meeple. I turn my worker sideways and I can collect any of those. This bonus action doesn't interest me. They are both green, so let's pick it up. This one, and I get a speech token. Why do I get a speech token? Because it's marked here, okay? I collect this tile, I collect the speech token. These projects do not come down yet. And Sandra is already sideways. You start sideways with Sandra in the beginning of the game, and only after she's going to go to the next board. So this was the first phase. Okay, the game has different phases. You have the movement, you have the performing of the actions, and now we go for the maintenance phase. The maintenance phase is quite simple. As you can see in the assembly board, we don't have any bot constructed, so nothing happens here. Nothing happens here either. The only thing that happens is here. So this one is discarded, so we put it on the discard pile outside, and all the other ones come down like this. This is the maintenance phase. And one round is done, complete. So what we are going to do now, we are going to repeat the movement. The players will be able to place again their workers in the spot that they wish. Okay, so the first one to move is going to be my blue worker. I could come here and maybe start placing some tiles, but I am not going to because Sandra is going to come here as well. You guys might not see, but Sandra is here, so she's going to move there in her turn. So I don't want to come here because Sandra is going to come here. And Sandra is right now on the rightmost spot, so she will definitely come for the first spot here on the board. And if I am there, I will have to spend a speech token. And if you don't have a speech token, you might have to skip your turn. So I want to have my 3 speech tokens. I only have yet 2 pieces here, so I don't want yet to invest there. Also, the bonus actions, I will not get a red chest, so it doesn't matter to me. I think I'll come here to get some extra projects. So coming here, and I place my blue worker standing up. Next turn, the next person is the yellow worker, and the same thing. I am not going to come here because she will ask me for some speech tokens. But this is very annoying because if I come here, I only have yellow legs and 1 green head. And I don't care about the more yellow legs because I already have. And if I come here, I would say it's still yet too soon to invest on those. So I think in order to come here, I need to do 1, 2, 3. I need at least 3 movements. So that's what I'm going to do. It's not great, but that's what I'm going to do. And Sandra is coming to the first spot. So now it's the turn of Sandra. She's the first one on the left side. So she's going to do her action, her Sandra action, which is depicted here on these squares. Okay? In this one, she's going to switch these 2 tiles. In this one, she's going to fill the empty spots. In this one, she's going to do the same thing as maintenance. We discard the bottom ones and we fulfill. And on this one, she's going to increase the price of the lowest value of the robot. So they are quite straightforward. So in this one, we are going to switch those pieces. And in order to do so, you might ask yourself, what is this? Well, actually, this is going to be used right now. This is one of the times that we are going to use. We discard these 2 pieces and we place it on the discard pile of each column. And we are going to take this piece, place it here. We move with this forward and we take this piece and we place it here and we move forward. Like that, this creates kind of a rotation on the pieces that are available, and we don't need to shuffle all them together. All right, Sandra did her action, quite simple. And now we go to the yellow meeple. the yellow worker, and what he's going to do, well, I'm going to invest on green. Let's do this. 1. If I would take this piece, I could do this action, but I don't want to do it now. So 1, 2, 3. And we have the head. My action is done. And now we have the blue worker that is going to collect 2 of them. I'm going to do that. I'm going to collect these 2 here, yellow. And I am going to collect a yellow, and it gives me a speech token. You are not forced to take these pieces here, huh? You can take from here. And since I have a green head here, I'm going to take this one as well. Like that, I have currently 3 projects, and I need red and green. Let's organize it like that, and like this. All right. And I could do the executive action here to discard 2 of my projects. So you discard 2 of your projects, and you can take one of these pieces from this robot. And these pieces work as wildcards. So they can be very useful when you are not able to get to a certain piece. Like here, I could discard 2 projects to maybe fulfill the chest of my red robot. And actually, do I want to do that? Not yet. That's it. And we put the worker down. This is the first time actually that I still didn't, after 2 turns, didn't put any piece there. But okay. So maintenance, nothing happens here. Here we discard this one, and this come down. All right. And let's at least play the game until I am able to build a robot. And that's it. So now we go back. We take Sandra. She goes to the leftmost free spot, which is this one. She stands up. Now it's the yellow worker. And what am I going to do? The yellow worker, I think it's time for me. I wanted to come here, but actually doesn't interest me. So interesting. This is very annoying. I am going to come. What do we have as contracts? Greens, reds. Do we have also blues? We have a blue here. Okay, maybe let's go here. I'll try to collect a blue project. And the blue worker, I think the blue worker is going to place now some pieces, and I think he's going all in. So we go here, and I'm going to explain this icon here. So every time you see a speech token that is black, it means that you need to pay. So basically here, in order to do this action, which is it allows me to put up to 3 pieces on the assembly board, I need to pay a speech token, which you are going to do now. Done. And we are going to start with the blue, so that's perfect. Blue is going to start placing pieces. I'm going to start with a red head, and we place here. I have the bonus action. If I spend 1 speech token, I can go and collect any of the pieces that are here on top. Of course I'm going to do that because I place it here. Sorry, before I pay, I place it here. I placed 1 piece here. I get 2 speech tokens, okay? So I get 2 speech tokens. And now, yes, I'm going to pay 1 speech token in order to get one of these pieces. The obvious choice is the chest, which I don't have. Now I'm going to place the legs because it has a bonus. I get again 2 speech tokens. And be careful because you cannot have more than 9 speech tokens added in your hand. So once you get to 9, you cannot get more. And now I'm going to spend another one to get maybe a body, the chest of a green robot. And now we place the final part, and I get 1 robot. Don't forget that you need to have the projects in order to be able to place the robots. Otherwise, you cannot build a robot. And we don't touch anything else. That's done. There is no bonus action here, so I don't do anything, and I don't want to do the executive action. So the work of the blue meeple is done. Now Sandra is going to do this, and basically we are going to fulfill in the clockwise direction by doing the same thing that we did here on the action that she did previously. So we start the left side and we move this here, green, we move to red, red, and it's done. Our action is done. And the yellow worker is going to get 1. And I'm going for the blue, but I don't want to spend any speech token to put there my yellow legs. But if I put, I get 2 extra speech tokens. And of course, I'm again unlucky because I only get yellow legs. I need to start investing in other robots. All right, I'll turn it sideways. I'm going to get this one. There you go, because I don't care about doing any bonus. And after I can maybe invest on this one. All right, and we go now to the maintenance. And the maintenance, now that you build a robot, we discard all these pieces. And they come here. And we need to decrease the value of the red robot, because now the robot it has more robots on the market, so its value decreases. The logic like that. And the rest, we discard these 2 pieces. And we come down with all of this. There you go. There we go. And there we go. Now, we continue. It's always the same. Movement, actions, and maintenance. So now my blue worker, what is it going to do? I can come here to collect some pieces. Do I want to come here to collect some pieces? This allows me until 3 movements. So yeah, I want to come here to get the green legs. This one is not very lucky. So, do I want to come here to risk it? No, I'm going to come here, and so I can buy that contract. And then Sandra is going to come here. All right, so the blue worker gets a speech token because he placed himself here in the first action, so it has a plus speech icon. And he can do up to 3 movements, so 1, 2, 3. And let's go. I have yellow, red, it's already done, so I can do 1. I can do 2. All right, and so let's put this on 2. 1, 2. And I have 1 remaining movement, but I have this bonus action that I can do, and I am going to do it. I'm going to place a speech token. I'm going to spend a speech token to place my chest, which allows me to spend another speech token. But before that, we get 2 speech tokens because we place a piece on the board. And now I spend a speech token so that I can go and get any of these pieces. Maybe the yellow head. And that's it. And so I have 1 movement left, and I'm going to collect this. This is very annoying because the next player that comes here, he will have to lose 1 movement to be able to collect any piece. So this blue worker is doing a good nasty job. All right, he finished. I'm not going to do this executive action where I could discard 3 pieces to collect 1 of any of those those piles. So that doesn't interest me. And here Sandra is going to do the executive action, which is quite simple. Oh my God. Sorry, people with the OCD. I didn't mean to do this. There we go. And let's place this properly. I don't mean to trigger anything. All right. And now the yellow is going for this contract. So as you can see, we are in this row, we need to spend 2 speech tokens. So I'm going to spend them, but one of them is actually going to be reserving the spot here that you guys cannot see, but actually what I'm just going to do is to place the speech token here. Like that, it's booked for me, and the other player can still do this contract, but he will get less victory points at the end of the game. And that's it. Movements are done. And we are going to do the maintenance, which is again only this, because no bot was built. And we go again for the movement. Guys, I think this is already a good overview, a good example. You can let me know in the comments anyway afterwards so that I know for future videos what I should do better. But I think that we have already a good overview of what we need to do on this game. So 3 phases, very simple. You need to move. So you move your workers on the board, you need to do the actions of the location where you move them, and then you need to do the maintenance. These are quite simple, straightforward phases. As you can see also, the iconography is very straightforward. There might be some things that I didn't fully explain, but I explained the executive action here. Here, this is the Sandra action. Executive, discard 3 pieces of a robot to collect 1. And here you need to fulfill the wheel. Here we can discard 2 pieces, 2 projects to collect 1 of this wild card. And that's it. This is the Sandra action to discard the bottom ones. Here we don't have executive actions. It's just to rent the contract or to spend a speech token and increase the value of the bots. I'm going to move just a little bit so you guys can see. As you can see here, you have here on the side the value of the victory points. So if I would have a red robot that is on 10, at the end of the game, that robot is worth 10 points. So if you have 2, it's 20. Trust me, this is a huge difference. And again, also, contracts are very important because if you have a contract, you are going to multiply you are going to add up to the victory points that you have here, the ones at the end of the row, which is 7, 5, or 2. So this is also a lot. So do not ignore this board. It's my recommendation. I already lost a game where I only invested in building bots and ignored completely the finance board, and I lost. The game ends when all the bots of 1 color are built, or if a player was able to build 5 bots. Then there's the final of the turn for every player, and that's the end game. You just go and score the points. But that was pretty much it. This is a game that I really enjoy. I played it already several times digitally and now physically. This is the 3rd time that I'm playing, let's say, physically. I find that the components are great, and so I think that this is a game that I could even maybe try to explain to my daughter of 5 years old. I think she would find it funny because of all the small pieces. As you can see, the components are really cute. I don't know if this is exclusive Kickstarter, but I don't think so. I find that they are quite nice. So yeah, this was an overview of Bot Factory. Guys, let me know in the comments if this created in you some need or you are willing now to try this game. And yeah, let me know in the comments what I can do better, if you got this game or not. And that was it. I don't have anything else to do. This was my last video before holidays. So next time I'll make a video, probably I'll be on my holiday location, enjoying some nice sun, freshness, and having fun. So that's it, guys. Have a nice one. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and see you on the next one.